Boots Greene podcast. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? This your boy Boots Greene back again. Yeah, and I'm here with a real family member. You know how we do, man. We either got family members or we got family members. But there's levels to this thing. So, and speaking of levels, this man has, toured the world with Meek Mills and Jazzmin Sullivan and Marsha Ambrosius. Like this dude has done a lot of things in a matter of like a few years. But I need y'all to please give a huge round of applause to my brother from another mother, Trey Lambert. What up, Trey? What up, bro?
Yo, what up, bro? What's good?
How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Chilling.
God is good. God is good.
God is good.
Right. That's what's up, man. No, I'm just, glad to have you on here, man. I ain't gonna hold you. It's been a little minute because, some situations and, schedule and all that. But we got you here now, so on the one is on this puppy.
We on the boost movement, you mean?
Yeah. So, man, let's get right into this thing, man.
Okay.
If you don't mind, tell everybody where you from, your age, and just like how God been blessing you, man. Because I've known you for a minute, so I know where you came from. But let them know. Let them know.
All right. Well, like you said, my name's Bernard Trey Lambert. 24 years old, born and raised in North Philly.
Philly.
I've been playing drums. Yeah, North Philly. I've been playing drums since I was about 3 years old. Just being around with my mom, going to like different spots like the Five Spot and then the Bar Blue, and just being around the Philly scene, seeing different artists and musicians like yourself and Eric Tribbett and Fatback Taffy and Spank Darrow, Jeff Bradshaw, man, everybody, man. Let's go on, man. But long story short, my mom just happened to just have me in the right places at the right time. If it was just not like at like church concerts, it was all genres. It was everywhere. Like she never limited me to like just one specific genre. Like it was always grab pieces from everybody, make it your own, learn from everybody, even if you can't sit down with one person, you always just have to have a listening ear, and be willing to, even if you walk up to this person and you do ask for advice, or even if you never meet this person before and you walk up to them, just always just be ready for whatever comes. It could be a swag, it could be some wisdom, it could be, just get out my face, it could be them ignoring you, it could be whatever, but just always be willing to just, you stay the same, you stay the same, you be consistent at what you're doing, can't nobody, take that away from you. And so, just being consistent in my will, in God's will, and walking in His way, is just, just me being myself, not taking whatever from people, but still just being able to just have an open ear and an open eye to watch and see how people move. And that's just what happens. And then, just myself just walking and just watching, I just was able to just be blessed and, be presented with opportunities that, a lot of people my age from my hood and just from, just in general would never be able to receive, so
that's real, bro.
Just doing that and just doing that, just walking in the right direction, just being consistent, just being faithful to my home church, not taking whatever I can just because I know I can, I just staying faithful, and God, man, He has been blessing me, got shot 3 months ago on a random act, but I made it through, and it was scary, but I still knew that God had me. Like even in the ambulance, I was crying and I was praying and I prayed for everybody, like I always do. It just was sort of a whole nother level because I didn't know if I was gonna make it. So I still had faith, and I still knew that what I've done so far up until this moment, like can't nobody take that away from me. What I've done so far just was an example, to be an example, and that's all I wanted to do. That's all I want to be is an example. I don't want to be, Trey, the best drummer in the world. No, like that doesn't matter to me. Like at the end of the day, like I may not even get the biggest pop hit. I may not play for the biggest artist in the world, but I still will be able to set an example and show people that you may not get the same opportunities like the man before you, where you have somebody that's handing you stuff. You have to work, and that's one thing for me. Like I do at times I do ask for help, but one thing I don't do is ask for help. Like I try my hardest to try to see if I can do it myself first, and if I can't, then all right, I get it. All right, I gotta ask for help. You know what I'm saying? But just at that specific time, man, it was February 27th at 7 o'clock. Man, I got shot, bro. Like I ask God for help. Like, yo, listen, I need you now.
Right.
Like
the real
I
me. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, yo, like if this is where it's going to end at, then cool. I'm grateful, and I understand that what I've done so far. I got, just being able to play on a 2-time Grammy Award winning album.
Right.
Being able to play on the VMAs with a random call from a Twitter from Eric Tribbett. Twitter post, playing Lil Uzi, like playing with Jazzmin, playing with Todd, playing with Marsha, playing with Meek, and then now playing with Future. It was just like, yo, like I got a brand that's unstoppable. That's every year is something amazing happening. I have a band that I play with. Like I have people like you, and I have all these different guys around me that's willing to help. Like even if I still act stubborn and knowing that, yo, let me do it first, I know y'all still got me. It's like that's the blessing, like of blessings. Like it's not like a person like who I am doesn't really. Like, I'm not like the guy that just walk around and flaunt, yo, this is what I got. No. Like, one thing I try my best, bro, and I tell this to everybody, man, like, when you surround yourself with people, yo, like, that's doing better than you, and then people that's willing to listen, and people that's willing to give you advice, man, like, that's, like, the best feeling in the world, bro. Like, like, and then not downplaying people. Like, one thing with me, like, I would never give somebody the advice of like, yo, man, your breath stink. Like, I don't know. I think that's so mean. But I'll be like, yo, you should try this toothpaste, right? This joint had your breath lasting for like 24 hours.
Stupid.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of person, bro.
I feel
yo,
you.
It's crazy, bro. I'm just that type of person, and I feel like I'm that way because of the people that I'm around.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like people that, like certain people, I could be around certain people that literally say to me, yo, your breath stink, you ugly, your pants are too big. But instead, I was always around the people that was like, you know what? Try this gum, yo. You know what I'm saying? This gum
different
pop,
approach.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Different approach, man. I feel like that's just who I want to be now. I want that to be. I want to be the guy that set an example of just coming on with a different approach, man. Still keeping Philly's name and still having the characteristics of everybody that's coming from Philly, the living legends and the people that are still that set the bar, but coming with a different approach because every day the world is evolving, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's real, bro.
That's me already.
That's real.
That was a lot, but that's me.
No, that's what I mean. We need to hear this, man, because a lot of people, we don't have the opportunity and the time to share with people the way we really want to, and they don't know these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people think that we have an aura of, we busy. I ain't got time to talk to you. And it's like, no, man, like, we got time. We all have time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that this is a dope, platform as far as you being able to really tell people that, you've been shot and how God has really blessed you and how, like, the mentality of that situation, as far as like you saying, when I was in the ambulance, I was praying and I was praying for everybody else. That alone, to me, hearing that is like, yo, I'm telling you, bro, you have matured, man. Like, I remember, y'all don't know this, but Trey used to be outside this club called Club Time, or the lounge or whatever, and he couldn't get in because he wasn't 21 yet. But he would always be outside the window and just, we would come out, we would talk to him, whatever. He would listen. And it's crazy because I remember when you said, yo, bro, I'm about to, like, do A, B, and C. What you think? And now to hear you speaking like this, saying that you was in a situation that's, like, deeper than anyone could imagine. And you say, I was praying, but I was praying for everybody else deeper than what like a regular prayer. And that to me is like, yo, man, if y'all don't hear what he just said, rewind this part and understand what he said, because it's a whole nother level of this ain't got nothing to do with drums. This ain't got nothing to do with music. This has to do with human life and being vessels and being, like, real blessings to people, man. So, when I say I commend you, and that's dope. That's seriously dope.
Nah, for real, man. It's scary though, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, even when I talk about it, it's like, it's scary because it's like, it was random. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know the story, but you know what I'm saying? It's just a random moment of me just trying to get home, and just being at the wrong place at the wrong time, but still, like, this person didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? The person that shot me didn't know who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, that simple of, yo, I don't know you, why you here? Boom, boom. Like, yo, like, that can happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, everybody always feels like that everybody that gets shot is always, in the streets or this or that. No, I was coming from my church. My mother dropped me off at my church at 2 o'clock to play drums. I'm at my church every day. Like, when I'm done this interview, I'm going to my church to play drums. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like in my mind, it wasn't like, I prayed and I was asking God to, help me and save me, but I got so much faith, bro. Like, it's moments that people don't even know that I deal with as far as gigs and stuff like that, because I don't show it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would never know that I ain't gigging. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I have so much faith, and I have like God blesses me so much because of how faithful I am. Yeah. That I know that, like, if I'm faithful to you, I know you got my back. You're not selfish. You know what I'm saying? Very so true. It's like I'm not going to doubt you. There's no reason to doubt you. Like, I would never doubt God. You know what I'm saying? So for me, my prayer wasn't just, cover these people. Lord, cover. No, my prayer was, Lord, give everybody a piece of me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just so that my mindset that I have, I know a lot of people don't have, but my mindset is still live on. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with TC, man, like, losing TC was the hardest thing in my life, because that was a person that I talked to every night, because I got sleep apnea. Like, I don't go to sleep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy,
like, I stay up.
We can talk, man. I got it too.
Like, bro, like, I can't sleep. So the only person I would talk to that was consistent, and it may not have been every day, but it was somebody that called me at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, wide awake with him. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's just that consistency. And that's why I pray to be consistent, and I pray that everybody is consistent in what they're doing, because if you're consistent at it, at the end of the day, like, that's something, it's going to become natural. You know what I'm saying? And that was natural for me to be like, now it's natural. It's hard for me to be like, I gotta go to sleep now. Like, even though I got a girl, and my girl gotta work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And now TC was my big brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's just consistency, and that's something that I prayed for, man. Like, I prayed just consistency, that everybody would just be consistent in their work, because people get lost, man. Like, one minute you want to do this, the next minute you want to do that, the next minute you want to do this, and every time you lose. Every time you lose in that area, you feel like you defeated. It's like, all right, now I'm done. Like,
that's true.
Bro, listen, man, like, if you stay focused in this one thing and understand that people get better when they focus at one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. Listen, bro.
Man.
Like, come on, bro. Like, for real, man, like, it's crazy, dog. Like,
I know.
Like, people really don't be focused, bro. And that's something that I just was praying for. Like, man, Lord, just help my generation be consistent. Help them to be focused. Like,
you know what it is?
Cover them as they walk them.
It's because of it's because of the, a lot of the, I'll be real, it's because of social media. You know what I'm saying? You see people doing things, you see things happening, and you like, oh, I need to tap into that. And it's like, bro, you ain't even finished what you just tapped into last week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the reality of, you see someone else doing something, and it's like, oh, I can do that. And it's like, no, you can't do that right now. You got to do what you were doing first. You know what I'm saying? Like, perfect that.
Your calling, man.
Exactly. That's your calling. Exactly. That's what it really is, man. It's about knowing who you are, and you displaying who you are. Like, I'm like, seriously, bro, you're talking the truth. And it's crazy, because hearing these things from you, of course I can't see you every day or be with you every day, but it's like, it's dope to hear you saying these things, because I can feel your everyday life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's great that these people are hearing this, man, because I know y'all wanted to hear this shit, because I wanted to hear it. So, but so Trey, tell everybody about, the brand on the one, man. I got a few pieces, and them things is crazy. Let us know.
All right, well, On the One is basically a brand that I started back in 2012. On the One basically means, to not let no one stop you from accomplishing your goals or your dreams, which is your one, staying consistent, not letting nobody, get in your way, telling you no, telling you that it's not possible, telling you that you can't do it. You just always staying on the one, staying on beat, and just, moving forward. So basically, I started this brand because I was going to NAMM, and nobody cared about who I was playing for at the time. And I didn't have no sticks or nothing. So I was like, for X, Y, and Z, there's like, who is that? I'm like, okay, like, this is who I play for. I'm doing all these gigs, and none of that mattered. So my mom, it was crazy, because my uncle was driving a 2011 Corvette, and on the back of his Corvette said, easy on the, and it looked like a one. So I always used to be like, yeah, that's easy on a one. So I think it was like a year ago I found out that it said easy on the eye. So I took the on the one part, and I was like, yo, that's hot, on the one, drums. Like,
Right.
So yeah, I did that. I made a shirt, and I did I put it on the shirt, and then I did Ty's Greater Than recording, and I was asked to be on the radio, and I did a radio interview, and from that radio interview, I did a video vlog, and I was doing these vlogs at the Walnut Room, and just basically just showing my life. And I was 17 at the time. Yeah, I was 17. I was just just showing just how I move, my life goals and all that, just trying to be the next thing.
Dope.
And yeah, it went from like my first vlog had like 1,000 views in like a day. I was so hyped. Then like my third vlog had like 5,000 in a day. I was like, yeah, I gotta keep this going. It can't stop, So it went from that to a radio show, and people listening from all over, man. Like listening to the radio show. I think he was on the radio show a couple times.
Definitely was.
So like it went from the radio show to just building my brand as being a drummer, and just that, and then to now having my own television network, which is a blessing, because I went on a break for like 3 years because I got into a little situation where I was asked either I was going to stop my brand or I was going to work with this artist, and I'm just like, God didn't give me this brand for it to take off like this, where people was wearing it all over, for me to stop it because you don't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like it went off to I took 2 years off, and now I'm back at it, and from this brand I have, I'm working on a lot of things with a lot of my friends, which is another thing that I always try to point out. It's not corny to collab with people.
Right.
People think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, people always think, I gotta do it on my own. No, being one of my closest friends who happens to be one of the smartest men I know in this world, his name is Brandon Carlock. I met him with starting my brand. I met him back when I was playing with Ty, and he wanted a t-shirt, and he used to always call the radio station, and a year ago we just got cool again, and this person was the first person at the hospital when I got shot, and he lives in Florida.
Wow.
That says a lot. Right? That says a lot.
Come on, yo.
Like, crazy. So, like, this is, like, one of my closest homies, man. Like, stupid smart, dumb fly. He works at Suit Supply, which is, like, one of the highest in suit stores, suit companies in the world. He works there, has a sock line. And so, yeah, me and him are, like, working on a lot of stuff that's going to debut this year. And, that's just basically my brand, man. Like, I feel like I wasn't getting any type of endorsements, bro, nothing. And then the next year I came to NAMM, and I had, like, T-shirts, hats, book bags, gloves, socks, drawers, white drawers. Like, yo, I had everybody. When I tell you everybody was wearing my clothes, bro, at NAMM, bro, I had every rep. I didn't even care if you played guitar. Everybody was walking around with my clothes on, bro. And from that, it just went on to, like, old heads, like, people that I look up to asking me for advice. I'm like, what? Like, asking me what? Like, it's crazy. So just that simple me feeling like, yo, I can't even get no sticks. I'm out here buying sticks. I'm 16 years old. I'm like, man, I need some sticks. And, the next year I got endorsed, and this guy just opened another door for me. So, just now is just working on my television network, which is another platform for musicians, which is basically going to be a television network based around musicians, based around music, everything pertaining music, musicians, man. Like, this is what this station is going to be based around. Is on the phone, ACT app. It's like the next Netflix.
Let's
like
go,
the
man.
Verizon. So, yeah, like, this is going to give a platform for everybody, and I'm planning to have it up and running by 2018. Like, it's going to be up with actual shows, with different things going on, and I have a lot of people that already confirmed that want to be a part of it, man. Like, my biggest one right now. Yeah, I already know, bro. Like, I got one right now where Marsha's going to be doing a cooking show, and like, just different artists, like, and I'm having like doing this pay-per-view channel as well for a lot of people that's like out on the road touring, and you want people to see your view. People may not be able to come to your shows and all that, but you can do an interview and you can record yourself, and the people that want to watch your show can view it. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like a pay-per-view, like a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just tune in from all over and be able to watch this and watch your performance. So that's basically what's going on now, man.
That's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I'm trying to, everybody got to win, bro. It's not just myself, bro. Like, even if I got to be the sacrificial lamb, bro, I'll take it, bro.
That's real. That's real.
I'll do it. Like, I'll be the guy that walk in the street, man, and stop the truck. Walk over it, bro. We got to get to the other side, yo. Like,
listen, I'm with you.
That's already, bro.
For real. This man is talking, man. He is talking. This is crazy. You do not sound like Lil Trey. Of course, you ain't Lil Trey no more, but this is crazy, man. Like, you are a man, bro. You talking, man. And I hope y'all are really taking heed to these words, because this is somebody who's, like I said, I've seen him outside the window, and now this dude is like the window. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like it. Lord. Like, so trust me when I tell y'all, man, y'all need to hit him up. You need to link with him. You need to, understand the seriousness of where he's coming from, because it can happen to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything.
Yeah,
so
it's possible. I hashtag that every day, man. It's possible. Mm-hmm. Every morning, my grandma, when I was in hospital, bro, every morning my grandma used to read Jeremiah 29:11 to me, bro. Every morning, bro.
Wow.
So I know the plans that I have for you, man.
Right. Right. That's amazing, though, yo. I seen your dad, too, when he came out the hospital. Your dad cool as Jack, yo.
My dad ugly,
man,
bro.
Cool as Jack. So funny, yo. He's like, hey, man.
Yo.
Thank y'all for coming out, man. I was like, yo, you are so, like, relaxed right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, like, this. That's a pop, yo. He's a real dad, man. So shout out to pops. Shout out to moms. Shout out to
my mom,
everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yo, before we head out this too, you gotta let everybody know about this single you got that's playing in the background.
Oh yeah.
People probably don't know. This your single, cuz. So what's that about?
Yeah. All right, so I'm in a band by the name of Treyway, the Now Generation. It's a group of my homies who happen to be my church band, and one day I just got asked to perform at a party, and I was like, yo, I got a squad, and, just got comfortable and was rehearsing until I got into a situation with my girl, and she wasn't talking to me. She stopped calling me, and, I asked her, how come you don't call me? And, this is where the song came from. So, we dropping a single, we dropping an EP in July, August time. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. The Now Generation, we are the new school, man, the new wave, man. We just trying to set it up, something new for the people, something new for Philadelphia, man. So the Now Generation, and it's the new single, Don't Call by Trey and the Now Generation.
That's crazy, man. So congratulations. We gotta give him a round of applause. Yeah, all them claps, you know what I'm saying? This is what we do, man. Huh?
Thank you, man. Thank you for real. Like, you didn't have to do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate you for being consistent, bro. It's always a pleasure to be able to talk to you, and even so much you've done that I watch. You set a standard for the double kit, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people didn't play double drums. Now, ever since you and Daryl did it, it was a wave, just your consistency and just playing hip-hop, all of that, man. Just
thank you, bro.
All of that.
Thank
always
you,
rap for T-Wise, man. Like, it's just something that I've watched you since a kid, bro. For real, bro. All I knew was you, Daryl and Spank, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though Spank was always, how that was. You know what I'm saying? He was the best of the best in the world. I ain't care about nobody else. But, just when he went away, all I had was y'all two. You know what I'm saying? I remember the shed that I went to with Lil Daryl when he called me, like, yo, you need to come down here. I'm about to come grab you, da-da-da. Mm-hmm. And I walked in and it was you and Daryl playing, man. And that was the first time that I ever experienced Lil Jon and Briz, man. And that was like something that I will never forget, bro. I was the only young boy in there, and it was on Christmas.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was on Christmas. at Tony Moore's studio. And that's when Spank had just came back home, and y'all made me and Spank play. And that was the first time and last time we ever played together. But it was crazy, bro.
First and the last. Shut up.
First and the last, but it was crazy, bro. Because I think we was like beefing or something like that. Y'all made us get on and play or something like that.
Yeah, that's how we do, man. We beefing, cool. We gonna talk on these drums. That's all.
Right. Yeah, it was crazy though. But I definitely want to take things, bro. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, even though you doing what you doing with your family and your career and stuff like that, you never switched up, and you come into the hospital, bro. That meant a lot, bro. I don't really remember all of it because I was high on morphine.
Right. You definitely high.
I remember faces, like, I remember conversations, but between like you and and Aaron and Gal, like, even Spank came through for a hot second, you know what I'm saying? Like, but just y'all coming through, man, like, that meant a lot to me because there was a lot of people that didn't show up, you know what I'm saying, that I was expecting that was going to be there, that didn't show up. And it's fine, it's cool, people got their own life going on, so I really couldn't really just Stu start throwing shots like, yo, you ain't da-da-da-da.
Right,
so
right.
it is what it is. But the fact that y'all came through, y'all didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? That meant a lot to me because that was a time in my life where I really was scared, bro. I ain't never been scared. Like, I'm not scared of nothing, bro. But I was scared out of my mind that week, bro. Like, I thought I was going, like, for 4 days, I was in denial that I was good. Like,
no, I understand that.
So it was like, yeah, bro. Like, so it's like, I just want to thank you for letting me be a part of something like this, especially after knowing that my biggest inspiration, Brian Fraser Moore, was on here. Now I'm on here.
Right.
It's
OGB.
Yeah, like, I'm dumb hype, bro. I got goosebumps on the low, bro.
You stupid.
I just want to tell you thanks, bro. Like,
hey,
and
thank you, man.
bro, we got a lot to do.
Hey, before we get out here too, man, I love you so freaking much. You gotta tell everybody, give everybody all the social media, and just real quick, so they know where to find you.
All right, bet. All right, well, you can follow me on Twitter at It's Treyway, ITSTREWAY. You can find me on Instagram at It's_Treyway, ITS_TREWAY. You can follow my brand at On The One Nation on Instagram. You can follow the Now Generation at _the Now G on Instagram. And you can also go on my website, itstreyway.com, to stay up on everything that I got as far as my brand, all the clothes, all the radio stuff, all the television network, all my tour dates. Anything I'm doing is live. Also, I dropped a new jump stick last Friday, so make sure y'all cop up. Always on the One by Regal Tip. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all cop up. Cop a pair of 2, 3, or 4, or 5, man. You get free shipping if you cop more than 2. You know what I'm saying? So
get
cop
20.
more than 2. Get 20. And I love you too, bro. You already know what it is, man. We out here, man. We ain't stopping, bro. That's the goal, man. Never stopping, man. You know, everybody try to say the sky's the limit, man. It's not, man. Stars, space, all that.
I'm about to say, there's all types of things, orbits out here, man. Nobody got time for just the sky. Get out of here.
Right.
Like, that's where the plane go. The plane only go to the sky. Get out of here.
Bro, man, listen, we could talk about that, bro.
Oh, we gonna talk. Listen. Y'all don't understand what be going on, man. Yeah, okay. But yeah, bottom line, Trey, I love you, man. Seriously, from my heart, man. I love you, bro. And listen, please, if you haven't understood all that happened in this interview, rewind it. Hear it again, because what he just said was very true and very, factual and very, very needed. So, yo, Boots Greene, Trey Leezy, we signing off 2017 and beyond, baby. Peace.
Boots Greene podcast. It's crazy, right?
It's crazy how it started with the Ayo, and ending with the can we spend the day, yo. You would always call me and act like you never want to ever hang up the phone. It's crazy though we never see these days though. Can we go back to the day I was on your ringtone? Cause now you don't call me anymore. How come you don't call me? Call me anymore. How come you don't call me? Call me anymore. How come you don't call me? Call me anymore. How come you don't call? We would stay up all night till I heard you were sleeping. Now I get no answer or decline cause you're creeping. Why? If you need me, I will stay up for whatever reason. Now you wanna tell me you don't love me and you're leaving. Why you don't even call me? How come you don't call me? How come you don't call me anymore? How come you don't call me? Call me anymore. How come you don't call me? Call me anymore. How come you don't call me? Call me anymore. Yeah. So won't you please pick up the phone, 'cause I got something I gotta tell ya. Yeah. Won't you please pick up the phone, 'cause I got something I gotta tell ya.